Hello, I'm Wayne. I'm here at the Colorado Capitol building today, where there's a large protest, one of many across Colorado and across the country. We're going to go talk to the crowd, and if you like what we do, please subscribe to Wayne's Word Podcast. You really think we should behead? Who's head? Who do you want to behead?
I made this sign. This is my husband. This is about democracy. And you know what? It's the revolution. It's also in reference to Alice in Wonderland. She said, off with their heads, if you'll remember, the Queen of Hearts.
If I lose my temper, you lose your head.
They're going to send him to prison or kill him. I hope they send him to prison so he can write some good books.
Oh, you got Jared Polis on there. You have issues with Jared?
Yeah, sometimes he's just kind of south of the border.
You obviously are not a fan of Donald Trump.
No, sir.
Okay, what is it? What's your biggest gripe with him?
Man, of all the things to choose from, probably that right there.
What brings you out here today?
My name is Sister Cass Carm with the Golden Nugget Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. So we just need to, keep protesting what this current administration is doing.
You are talking about trans issues here, correct? Do you think that Trump and Elon Musk are somehow a threat to that?
Oh, definitely. All of the Republican Party is currently a threat for trans rights, gender-affirming care.
What have they done to the trans community?
They've definitely started going after their rights.
In what way?
We're going to stop.
Do you think Donald Trump is a threat to your way of life?
Yeah, like 150%.
Are you talking about like trans people in women's sports?
I'm talking about trans people in women's sports, revoking the ability to have your passport be your preferred gender, which people have gone through very long legal processes in order to do that. Now having that change when they're trying to update their passports. I have personal friends who are dealing with that issue right now, on top of just all of the anti-trans legislation that's being backed by him in states across the U.S.
What does that mean to have the American flag upside down?
It's basically a national symbol of the country's in distress. Got a president who's destroying our government, our democracy, and setting himself up as a king. It's in distress.
So it's not anything anti-America?
No. For anything, it's saying, I'm here to defend my democracy. I'm here to defend my country.
How are tariffs hurting penguins?
Well, they're not.
Just to play devil's advocate on the tariff thing, I hate taxes in general, but almost everything I'm wearing is made abroad, and much of it, sadly, by Chinese slaves who are paid pennies on the dollar, and they're in horrible working conditions. Trump would say he's putting an end to that by saying, if you're going to manufacture using slave labor, I'm going to make it cost you every bit as much as if you came here in this regulated society and paid full wages.
Yes, they are paid pennies on the dollar. They are, exploited. But when he's imposing all of these tariffs in order to, send a message, it's not helping anybody. It doesn't help those countries. It doesn't help us.
Do you oppose slavery?
I do.
Almost everything I'm wearing, my shoes and everything, is made overseas. And sadly, probably what you're wearing as well, by slaves. So Trump is saying, we're going to make it as expensive to use slave labor as it is to use protected labor.
Do you actually believe
That's
that's what Trump is saying? I don't believe that at all. I don't think there's any plan or reason for what he's doing.
90% of the shoes are made overseas. We bring that manufacturing process to America. The price of shoes made by Americans, it's not going to be $130. It's going to be $230 because of the wages over here.
Right, but
so we have to do a better job of inspecting what's going on in these other countries, how they are made, how those people are treated. I totally agree with that.
You're buying into the bullshit that he's selling. He wants this country to become an oligarchy. He's following Orban's step-by-step plan to turn this into an oligarchy. Ask me about that. Do you know about Orban in Hungary?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, I'm familiar with Orban, but yeah, go ahead and elaborate on that a little.
Step by step, he's doing exactly the same thing. He got the Supreme Court. Orban did the same thing. The only thing saving us is federalism, because the states, as in here in Colorado, we're not following that bullshit, okay? We have federalism to save us, but we have to get out in the streets like this to say this is bullshit. He literally does not care about the working class people who voted for him. What he wants to do is create chaos so that he can come in when we're in the streets like this. He wants to create, that's right, only he can save us. He's going to create chaos, and he's going to start sending, he's got Mike Hegseth out there that's going to fucking say, oh, I'll do anything Mr. Trump says, and they're going to send military troops into state capitals like this, because if chaos happens, then he can actually declare martial law. And he can say, oh, see, it's chaos. I've got to take over. That's what Orban did.
You're talking about a 34-count convicted felon, a convicted sex abuser. Really?
Was he convicted of sex abuse?
Actually, in the civil court, yeah. Civil court he was.
In New York, I can't remember what the hell her name is.
Absolutely.
Right, but that's not really a conviction. I mean, it's...
Yeah, it was a fucking conviction. What are you talking about?
Well, a conviction is a criminal.
It wasn't a criminal case, but he got convicted.
No Nazis, no kings.
Are you saying we have no peace if there's no Nazis?
That's the opposite, I think.
No, you said no Nazis, no peace.
No Nazis, no kings.
Oh, no Nazis, no kings. I got it. Okay. What policies do you hate most of his?
Well, I think disappearing people, for one, is a big problem. Bypassing due process for people who aren't citizens but have green cards and are here lawfully. Shipping people into slavery in El Salvador. Performing acts of psychological terrorism upon our federal workforce. What else?
All right.
I can list a lot of things off I'm pissed off about. They don't fit on this sign, but the only answer that we have is to unite. There is no left or right, but there is right or wrong.
Got my daughter here. We came to watch a movie and have some fun and take her out to do some things this weekend. And I would say do a better job at organizing protests and do it somewhere where you're not impeding traffic or disturbing the residents that just want to live their life and, do what they got to do.
Hey, how do you guys feel about being stuck here behind this thing?
I mean, it's a cool protest, but we're supposed to be at the ballet.
Is this your cab? How do you feel about being stuck behind this?
Oh man, it's worse, man. We've been sitting here for hours, and now that we're about to move, this shit is kind of blocking us.
Is it costing you money?
Yes, it is costing us a lot of money sitting up here, But it's all for the good, But what can you do? It's nothing you can do about it.
Why is it for the good?
Yes, people are protesting for what needs to be done, so, it's for the good. But besides that, we are losing money too, just sitting up here and we can't move.
What do you think about these people, what they're saying and, protesting?
I don't know what's going on up there. I can see it's some type of parade, but...
It's a bunch of protesters who don't like Donald Trump and Elon Musk.
They need to find a better way of life.
Hey, you stand with Palestine?
17,000 children slaughtered in 14 months. Stop the starvation and stop the genocide, stop violence against all nations.
How do you feel about the way Israel and the United States have handled that?
I think that having consideration for human life, whether it be civilian in like a combatant region or an allied region, is super important. And I don't think they've done enough to protect human life, either there or in Yemen with the attacks on the Houthis.
Hamas was their government before all of this. And how do you feel about them? I mean, they like beheaded people they didn't like, and you wouldn't allow anyone to have an abortion. They had to go to Israel for that.
Well, I would say the Palestinian Authority has actually been the governing body, and Hamas being propped up by Benjamin Netanyahu to keep the Palestinian people divided is something that's well documented over the past decade or two. And so I don't think laying all the blame on the Palestinian people for their government is the correct option. And either way, they are still civilians and they deserve protection either way.
What about Hamas? They did a lot of slaughtering themselves, beheading of LGBTQ, etc.
I do not support Hamas, neither am I any affiliated with Hamas. We condemn all war crimes against all people.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, can I ask you what's with the mask?
I guess it's a symbol, it's a revolutionary symbol of change. I'm not necessarily hiding my identity because I don't have anything to hide. It helps me find my people. We tell people to unionize, to create grassroots movements, to actually cause productive dissent, not violence, productive dissent. I've been saying fuck all Nazis all day today, and the crowd has been silent. You know how fucking terrifying that is? If you can't say that you're wholeheartedly against fascism or Nazis, what do you stand for?
You mentioned unions. Is there any chance that tariffs would actually help unions? These corporations take all their work, they could take their jobs overseas to slave labor.
Not only that, but they're already trying to incorporate company towns again in America, like the mining towns that completely ruined ecosystems, economies, everyone's livelihood. They're trying to repeat it, especially Elon Fuck.
What should we do, though, about these corporations that they don't want to pay union wages, so they go overseas?
Join the BDS movement. It's a very organized, well-known movement right now, and they are targeting specific companies at specific frames of time in order to drain their equity and their wealth.
What does that stand for?
Boycott, divest, and sanction. With the capitalist system and the capitalists, the only language that they don't know fear, they don't know love, they don't even know intelligence, they know money. And when you speak with your money and you attack with your money, they will freak the fuck out. That is why right now, with Tesla dropping, they're trying to say it's domestic terrorism now, because it's literally attacking Elon Musk's equity, his stocks, where he makes most of his money, other than fucking SpaceX and failing Twitter. The whole irony and hypocrisy to say that vandalizing a car is the same as domestic terrorism, but all of these school shooters around America, they get a slap on the wrist and 20 years in prison, maybe. Electronic cars are not going to help us.
No, and that's not helping the environment either.
We're causing children and families in Congo to mine with their hands for cobalt, to create electronic vehicles.
Technology dependence?
It's so destructive to the environment and to everything. I mean, if we really want a clean alternative, nuclear.
There's a lot of stuff about creating American jobs that I hear now. And a lot of that is a push in American industry. And American industry's important, but the best option we have is nuclear. It will supply tens of thousands of jobs and create new towns and new cities and new livelihoods for people.
Anything else you want to say about this whole movement?
Democrats aren't going to come to save us. You cannot vote your way out of fascism. If you look through any history book of your choosing, that of course is not from the US and not whitewash history, you can't vote your way out of fascism. All of this is just a parade. It's virtue signaling. All of these people want change, but at the end of the day, they're not going to do anything about it. We're just going to sleep our way into fascism, and things are going to get so much worse because everyone here, it's just a parade.